Shall now invite Bante to conduct the service for us. Bante, please.
Hello, friends. Good morning. Greetings from India. And let me start by offering our salutations to the Lord Buddha. Okay? Yeah. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Buddhang saranang gacchami Dhammang saranang gacchami Sanghang saranang gacchami. May all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Devas and Nagas, saints and sages from all the directions of the universe may kindly look at us and shower their blessings upon all of us for the success of our coming together this morning. Our Dhamma brothers, Richard Mon, the Honorable President of the Buddha Dhamma Mandala Society, Singapore, and all the respected executive members and devotees of the Buddha Dhamma Mandala Society, and all other Dhamma brothers, sisters, friends who are joining this morning gathering discussions. Very, very good morning to all of you. And please accept the warmest metta greetings from the coldest land of Ladakh in the high Himalayas. It is a great honor and privilege, pleasures for me to have this opportunity this morning to see and talk with some of you, particularly the members and devotees of the BDMS, because as our brother Richard Mon mentioned, that I've been a good and old friend of BDMS. When I visited Singapore first time in 1991, I stayed in BDMS when Venerable S. Dhammika was your spiritual director. So my visit, my friendship with Singaporean started with your Dhamma centers, BDMS. Therefore, your Dhamma centers, BDMS, very special, very dear to me and my friends in Ladakh. And from your center, you know, my friendship, my relationship with Singaporeans have grown considerably. Today we have many friends in Singapore, and many of them have visited my center, and many of them supporting some of our projects, particularly the sponsoring the education of children. Yeah. Therefore, I'm truly happy today to meet and share some words with you. I was planning to visit Singapore and Malaysia this month, but due to some some very delay process of the visa. Obtaining visa to Singapore is a very strict and long process. So we couldn't manage to get that in time. There was nothing special reason or just not issuing, not giving visa as such. There was no such things. It's simply delay in applying and the correct way of applying the visa got delayed, and finally I had to cancel. So I hope I will have another opportunity to visit your beautiful country, Singapore. And I want to express my appreciations to Brother Richard Mon, the President of the BDMS, and your members for considering to invite me this morning to share some Dhamma words with you. I should also not forget to express my appreciations to Brother Henry Bay, who is one of our great supporters of my organization, Mabudi International Meditation Center in Ladakh from Singapore. Brother Henry Bay had visited our place in Ladakh several times. A wonderful person, wonderful Upasaka. Thanks for everybody. Our topic for discussion this morning, I think we have proposed and you have seems to agree, is compassion in action, meditation in action. It may be sounding a bit strange. Compassion in action, you might have heard, but I don't know whether you have heard meditation in action. Yes, I think both are very important. This topic, compassion and meditation, is a very vast subject. It covers the entire teachings of the Buddha. Yeah, so I don't know whether we can do justice to talk about such a vast subject in such a short time. Anyway, but something is better than nothing. Longest journey is completed by taking one step at a time. Drop by drop become oceans. By putting one bricks upon another, a multi-story building is constructed. So that way, even if we cannot go deep enough, but just starting is important. Starting is important. Acquiring too much knowledge and all this are not important. Whatever little Dhamma we know, practicing that, starting the Dhamma journey, spiritual journey is important. We should start whatever we know little bit. Don't hesitate, start the journey. Don't look back, start the journey. Just start, and the rest will unfold on its own as we move forward. In fact, we don't need to know too much Dhamma also. Whatever little we know, start it. Start walking on the path of Dhamma. Start practicing the Dhamma. Then the rest will unfold. You will come to know everything one by one, one after another, as a result of our practice. Isn't it? Yes, this is important. So, the very motto of our organization is compassion in action, meditation in action. So whatever we have done a little service in the name of Buddha Dhamma in Ladakh or beyond Ladakh, this compassion in action, meditation in action, is in the center of the various spiritual and humanitarian service activities we have initiated more than 3 decades back. So it is in the center. Now, let us think about this compassion. First of all, compassion. What is compassion?
Go and cook your.
In simple language, compassion is caring for others, showing concern for others, showing respect for others, showing compassion, kindness, love for others in all aspects. Or sometimes sharing the pain and suffering of others with ourselves. Or when somebody is in great pain, in great suffering, just putting oneself in the place of that person who are in great pain and suffering. These are some of the words, in simple language, compassion. Also, for me, compassion is the ultimate flowering of love. For me, compassion is the word, not love. We also use this love, There's a difference between love and compassion. Compassion is the word of Buddha, not love. The love is little bit diluted, little bit distorted. The love, you use this love for all kinds of things in the world. I love Coca-Cola. I love Pepsi Cola. I love chicken. I love burger. We use this word. And the same word is used for higher level divine love. So it gets twisted, distorted, diluted, confused. Compassion, no. So, like, love is used also for sexual relationship also, isn't it? I love my girlfriend, I love my boyfriend, I love my wife, I love my husband. Use this word. But the word love for compassion used by Buddha is totally different. Therefore, I prefer to use compassion, the great compassion, Maha Karuna. Very pure, very clear. Universal love, unconditional love. Nothing expecting in return. This is compassion. Yeah. Compassion is the highest form of love. Sexual love is the lowest form of love. Right? Compassion is the ultimate flowering of love, or metta. So when somebody understands the value of this Mahakaruna, the great compassion, if somebody try to cultivate that universal compassion, compassion for all, hatred for none, then our life will be totally different. Then the world will be different. Today, so much challenges we are facing. The world is facing so much challenges. All kinds of unthinkable challenges going on. War is going on. one country hating and fighting one country with another, hating and fighting with one religion with another, hating and fighting between the two different colors or race, all kinds of war, fighting and hatred going on in the name of nationalism, in the name of language, in the name of religion, and then economic war, business world, all kinds of, with the result, even the mother nature, mother earth cannot bear this human greed, human hatred, human egotism. There is a global warming now. There is a climate change. There is a environmental degradations. Everything is in chaos, conflicts, confusions, fear, worry, and uncertainty. It is so sad. 1 year has passed since the war between Ukraine and Russia started. It's still going on. Thousands and thousands of people, millions of people have been displaced, have become refugee, homeless. It caused so much pain and suffering, including mother and children, including Mother Nature, the earth, the trees and waters. And it's affected the whole world. Still, the world leaders have not been able to stop this world. They have failed to stop this world. They are just sitting and watching as if they are sitting and watching a movie, not actual war. But this is not a movie. Actually, so many people are being killed in the cruel world. So why all these things happening, brothers and sisters? We all have to wake up. We all have to stand up. We all have to think seriously as a sincere, a genuine follower of Lord Buddha. We cannot remain as spectators, simply sitting and watching. We must stand up. We must think, and we must come together to do whatever we can. Well, we cannot go and have a roundtable meeting with the president of Russia, with the president of Ukraine, with the president of United States of America. We may not be able to do it. Yet, each one of us have tremendous potential, tremendous power and potentiality to do, which can ultimately affect the whole world, which can ultimately stop such horrible thing going on in the world, right? So when we start thinking about all these terrible, destructive, disasters, negative things are happening, we will soon realize this is happening because the great compassion in human hearts are disappearing. The love, care, concern, respect, regards for others are diminishing. Greed, hatred, egoism, false view, false perception are increasing within us. And to fulfill our human greed, to fulfill our egoistic desire. People they don't mind to kill others, to kill animals, to destroy environment, trees, waters, Mother Earth, destroy everything. We will very clearly understand this. So the solution for all this crisis, violence, aggressions, war, hatred, merciless destructions of environment, ecology, water, air, earth, all the solution for all this is only Mahakaruna, great compassion. The inclusive compassion, the universal compassion, the selfless, unconditional compassion, embracing, opening our heart, embracing the whole world as one family, as one world, not differentiating. We are not strangers to each other. We are not enemies. We are members of one family, human family. We are members of global family. You know, we have to understand whether we are American, whether we are European, Asian, whether we are Buddhists, Muslims, Christians, Hindu, whatever. The fact, that truth, the reality is that we are all born in a similar way. We are growing in a similar way. And one day, all of us will die. Nobody is going to live here. Everybody is going to die. Yes, where is the difference? Right? Whether we are American, European, Asian, whether we are Buddhists, Muslims, Christians, right? We are sharing the same planet, one Mother Earth. We are breathing the same air for our survival. We are drinking the same water for our survival. We are living under one sun, one moon, one sky, right? And we are all, despite of little difference on the color of this thin skin, we are all same. Everybody got the same body. 2 eyes, 1 nose, 2 ears, 1 mouth, 2 hands, 2 legs, and 1 small heart somewhere here. Inside the small heart, the same wish, the same desire, same wish and desire to avoid all suffering, all problems, miseries, and the same wish and desire to enjoy peace, happiness, harmony, good health, prosperity, long life, respect. Where is the difference, my dear? What is the difference? There is no difference. And this difference can be removed by developing the Mahakaruna, the great compassion, the great wisdom taught by Buddha. If we carefully study the life of Buddha, oh, it's nothing but compassion, compassion, compassion. It is through the great compassion Buddha won all his enemies. It is through this great compassion Buddha brought solution to so many problems. It is through this great compassion Buddha stopped war between 2 countries, 2 states. 2 states were getting ready to fight war for water. Buddha went through his universal compassion, well, to stop a Angulimala, ferocious, notorious criminal, murderers who have almost killed nearly 1,000 people. And through the power of this great compassion, Mahakaruna, Buddha was able to subdue and transform this criminal, this murderer, into a saint, ultimately became Arahant. Through this great compassion, Buddha was able to tame and transform the mad elephant. And through this great compassion, Buddha transformed many egoistic kings, queens, many egoistic, arrogant people, the humble people, nice people, kind people, no? So it's such a, powerful, this compassion. So to me, it looks, this great compassion, Mahakaruna, is the panacea, is the medicine, is the remedy, is the cure for all the ills of this century. Right? So now, this great compassion, this Mahakaruna, Metta, Karuna, all these are not new words for us. We have heard so many times. We have read in so many books, nothing new. But all this intellectual knowledge, all this information about such world, Karuna, Prajna, all this will have no meaning unless and until we put them in action. Whatever we hear about the teachings of Buddha must be translated into action, must be part of our daily life. Then alone can bring the result. Then alone can bring the fruits of all these teachings. Otherwise, just simply having intellectual knowledge, intellectual information will not help. Now is the time for us to put those great teachings in practice, in action, whatever we do, in daily life, not once in a way, not once a Sunday we come to a center, listen Dhamma, and then forget until next Sunday, or some special waiting for a special day, full moon day. No, it has to be part of a daily life, like our breakfast, like our lunch, like our dinner. Dhamma practice has to be more serious than your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and something in between, what's called snacks or something. If you forget to take a breakfast or lunch or dinner, no problem. Doctors say some fasting sometimes is very good for health, but we should not forget this compassion, should not forget the Shila, practice of Shila, should not forget, the qualities of Mahakaruna all the time, 24 hours. Then alone we will get the full fruits of this great compassion. Then our life will transform. We will become a walking flowers. We will become a speaking flowers. We will experience divine life here and here now. Our home will become a temple, meditation center. Our body will become a body of a Buddha or Arahant. This earth will become a heaven. We don't need to think and wait to be reborn in heavenly world. We don't need to think and wait to be experienced divine life in heavenly world after death. This I don't believe. For me, heaven and hell is not something geographical, that heaven is up, hell is down. For me, heaven and hell is a state of mind, right? This description of heaven is up there, hell is down there, is a wrong description, wrong example. Now scientists found out the earth is rotating in 24 hours, the earth can go around like this. What you call heaven, after 12 hours, it becomes hell, right? So everything is here. We are the heaven, we are the hell. We are the divine, we are the devil. We are the God, we are the ghost. Everything is here. So through constant reflections on the teachings of Buddha, through constant reflection of Maha Karuna, through continued practice of Dhamma, if we can clean off our hearts and mind, which is filled with all false perception, false conceptions, false views, greed, hatred, ignorance, and all the things. If we can clean off all these things, and if we can fill up the heart with the pure Karuna, pure Metta, pure wisdom, no ego, no selfish, nothing, then you are a God, you are a goddess, you are a Buddha, and you are in heaven. All of us have the potential to experience divine life here and now, friends. This is what is needed today. If you know how to live in this world, the art of living, the Dhamma is art of living friendly, harmoniously, right? Peacefully, harmoniously, friendly, loving and serving, caring and sharing with each other, without hurting and harming each other. Yeah, praying together, meditating together, serving each other together, singing together, dancing together, celebrating life together, not fighting, not hating, not killing, but celebrating. We are born in this world to celebrate this precious human life with the nature. Look at this nature, so beautiful. Look at the sunrise in the morning. Look at the sunset in the evening. Look at the shining stars in the sky. I don't know, Singaporean can see the shining star in Singapore. Come to Ladakh in the Himalaya. You will see so many beautiful shining stars very closely. Look at the shining star. Look at the full moon. Look at the varieties of flowers. Look at the majestic snow mountain of Himalaya. Look at this water, rivers, stream flowing from the mountains down to it. Look at the ocean. Look at the dance of the waves of the oceans, right? Look at the colorful fishes. Look at the colorful birds. Look at the varieties of leaves, trees, and colors. Look at this different season. Yeah, winter and summer, and spring and autumn, maybe Singapore, not many seasons. Come to again Ladakh, you will see all the season, different season, right? What a wonderful life, my dears. What a wonderful world. So beautiful. And look at our life. He said, world is suffering, human life is suffering. No, 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 no. World is not suffering. World is so beautiful. Human life also beautiful. But our ignorance, the cause of our suffering, when we develop greed, which is not needed to live in peace, live in harmony. This greed, ambitions, I want this, I want that. That's not needed to live a peaceful life. This greed, this hatred, this ignorance destroy the life. Otherwise, human life, wow. We are blessed with the power to see all the colors and enjoy the colors. We are blessed with the power to hear all the wonderful teachings of Enlightened One. We are blessed with the power to hear all the wonderful musics. And we are blessed with the power to share the feelings of our heart with others through our tongue, isn't it? Through our tongue. We are blessed with the power to stand up and walk and reach wherever you go, wherever you want to go and reach. We're blessed with the power to create anything what you want, do a painting. Look at in Singapore, the nice building, all the beautiful things are created by our hands, isn't it? And above all, we are blessed with the power to sit, pray and meditate and get enlightenment, the highest stage of samadhi, get enlightenment. And there is nothing higher, greater, superior, nobler than enlightenment. And we are all blessed with this, all these what are conditions to reach that state of enlightenment. Enlightenment in this very lifetime, not next life, here. We are all blessed. What a wonderful life. What a wonderful world. Isn't it? But we made this wonderful world a battlefield. We have made this beautiful human life. It's a life of a ghost. We have become like ghosts. We have made this heaven-like world a hell, a battlefield. How this happened? Absence of Buddha's teachings, absence of Karuna, absence of Metta, absence of Prajna, wisdom. If we can all, develop all these things, wow, we can experience enlightenment here and now, my dear friends, right? And here I must warn the Singaporean friends. I must warn, you are all Singaporeans are so fortunate to be born in such a beautiful country. You have more than what you need. Still you complain. No more complaint from today. No complaint. Beautiful, one of the most beautiful country in the world, Singapore. When I land at Singapore airport, I feel at home. Absolutely no fear, worries. In all other countries, some sort of tense fear. Don't know what will happen. Singapore, as soon as you land at Singapore airport, relax. Nothing will happen. So neat, clean. Everything is so pure. Now is the time for Singaporean to stand up with all the material prosperity, with all the neat and clean of your house and the streets and the shops and the physical body. Now is the time for you to move inward and equally clean the inside also. Singapore as a country is a world example. Singapore is an example for what you call economic prosperity, neat, clean law. I wish now Singaporean stand up and give the example of spirituality, Dhamma practice, compassion. Singapore should become the big industry of compassion. You should export compassion, share compassion with others, right? It is possible. It may sound like a joke. Sometimes I speak like a joke and people take like joke. It's not joke, needed. Singapore, it is time for you, Singaporean. Yes. And please remember, you're so lucky. Not only you are lucky in terms of material, what you call prosperity, spirituality, or beautiful Dhamma center everywhere. So many Dhamma books, and particularly Singapore, Malaysia, is so fortunate to have so many visiting monks. No other country will have. You get visiting monks, teachers from Sri Lanka, from Thailand, from Burma, from Nepal, from India. Oh, everywhere teacher. No other country gets so many teachers. And you all have. I always used to wonder Malaysian and Singaporean. Yeah. If somebody, somebody from some very backward area of Africa and one from Singapore or Malaysia. In Africa, that person from morning, early morning to evening, have to run after 2 pieces of bread and butter, how to survive. So poverty-stricken. In heart, they always think of going to a meditation center. In heart, they always think of a meditation teacher, Dhamma teacher. In heart, they always think of reading Dhamma books, practicing meditation, Karuna. But they have no enough punya, all the time running in search of 2 pieces of bread and butter for himself and his family. But inside, always thinking, but there is no center, no Dhamma center, no meditation center, no teacher, no Dhamma books, no educations. And in Singapore, Malaysia, you are flooded with Dhamma books, you are flooded with Dhamma teachers, you are flooded with Dhamma centers. Now remember, when one person from Singapore, one person from such area, Africa, say, for example, died at the same time, and both are reported to the Yamaraj, the king of death, and they interview. And then first Yamaraj interviewed the fellow from Africa before he was sent to heaven and hell. They checked how much good karma have done, how much dharma practice, how much bad karma done. So the fellow from Africa says, Sir, Lord, in my deep heart, I was always yearning, always desiring to learn and practice Dharma. Deep in my heart, always thinking of meditation teachers, meditation center, Dharma books. But I was born in such horrible conditions, no food to eat. There was no meditation center, no Dhamma books, no teacher. I had to run all the time for 2 pieces of bread and butter for my survival. So I had to violate my 5 precepts, no meditation, no teachers, nothing. I'm so sorry. I feel guilty. What to do? And then next he calls, friend, come from Singapore. Come Singapore, Malaysia. Then now you can't say that. Oh, indeed, in my heart, I wanted to go to a meditation center, but there's no meditation Dhamma center in Malaysia, Singapore. In deep my heart, I always wanted to listen a Dhamma talk, but there were no Dhamma teachers. In deep my heart, I always wanted to buy Dhamma books, but no money to buy. So poor. You can't say that. Can you? Cannot say. So after having interviewed, the Yamaraj may say, oh men coming from Africa, you may go to heaven. Or you may, friend from Singapore, Malaysia, may go to another directions. I'm sorry, I'm not threatening. I'm just reminding you, warning you. You're so fortunate, Singaporean Malaysians. Such a beautiful country. You have everything. You are the, the best person, best candidate to learn and practice Dhamma, friends. So please make best use of the opportunity you have. Make best use of the facilities you have. The Dhamma centers, the meditation centers, the books, the teacher visiting weeks. Don't waste your time enjoying too much Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola brings diabetes and other things. All this, don't use this mobile, too much mobile, not scrolling, no. Right? Sorry. So, am I going out of my topic? Compassion. And what is meditation in action? Yes, sometimes we come, just now you also have meditated for 10 minutes. Meditation, very important. Yes, initially we can go to a center to meditate with sitting cross-legged with closed eyes. But then gradually, slowly, whatever you do from morning to evening, since we wake up from the sleep until you go to sleep, even you go to sleep meditatively, everything, whatever you do with the body, with total awareness, mindful, is meditation. Whatever you are speaking with total awareness, total mindfulness, that whatever you are speaking is in accordance with Dhamma. You're not violating the Dhamma, not speaking lie, not speaking something which can cause pain and suffering to others. Whatever you are seeing, or after seeing this, hope it will not create a problem, suffering for myself or others. Whatever I see after seeing, it will bring peace, happiness, harmony. Whatever I'm hearing, you are totally aware after hearing this, it will not cause pain and suffering, problem to others. You are totally aware that after hearing this will promote peace and happiness, harmony for others. Whatever I'm thinking, in the mind, I'm thinking with total awareness. My thinking is not rooted in greed, hatred, ignorance, negativity. My thinking is rooted in love, compassion, wisdom. You know, whatever I'm doing with the body activities, you have doing this with full awareness that it will not violate 5%, 10%. Total awareness, right? This is meditation. Meditation in action. Meditation doesn't, sometimes you have this idea, meditation means retiring from home, giving up the home, going to forest, mountains. Well, if you can do that, wonderful. But all Singaporean cannot go to a forest or a mountain. If all the Singaporean go to a forest or mountain, that mountain or forest will become again Singapore. And Singapore will become a mountain or forest. Isn't it? Not possible. So wherever you are doing, everything we're doing, total awareness, mindfulness, in accordance with Shila Samadhi Panya, then this is meditation in action. Meditation, not always sitting with closed eyes. Yes, time. Yeah, yes, time is, in this modern world, we have everything except one thing, time. No time, I think we're running time. Yes, you Singaporean have very expensive watch, but no time. We in the high Himalaya have no expensive watch, but have time. So you want to experience a timeless time? Welcome to Ladakh. Yes. So we have here two of my students, very good singers on compassion. They will sing present a short song on compassion before we conclude. Before that, let me read out a small prayer. It's called Prayer of Compassion. Yes, I had actually asked Tanzin to send you whether he has sent or not. Okay. So this is the prayer of compassion. Let me read out. Oh Lord Buddha, sorry. O Lord Buddha, the embodiment of compassion and wisdom, please accept our most reverential salutation at your lotus feet. Kindly bestow your blessings on us to remain always a source of water for the thirsty, a source of food for the hungry, a source of healing for those who are ill, a source of light for those in darkness, a source of companionship for those who are lonely, a source of protection for those without protection, a source of help and friendship for all in need, a source of crutches to the broken limbs, a source of parental love and care for the orphans, a source of shelter to the homeless, a source of asylum for those who have no safe place, a source of warmth of real love and compassion to those abandoned in coldness of war and hatred, a source of becoming a messenger of peace, a source of becoming an ambassador of compassion. May the Buddha be at our head, may the Dhamma be in our hearts, may the Holy Sangha be at our side to protect and guide us always. May all enjoy real peace, real happiness, and real harmony. This is a short prayer. We always try to read out, try to remember every morning, afternoon, evening, all the time. Yes. Hello. Can we see? No.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry if I have taken more time than the time given to us, if we exceeded the Singaporean time. And it has been really great pleasure for me to, see some of you there and to share some words of Dhamma. And I visited and stayed in your BDMS several times. I remember so well, especially some very senior Upasaka. Now I can't remember. He had some English name, I think, very senior. I hope he's in good health now. And I hope I will get the opportunity to visit you in sometime in future. Meanwhile, may I extend our humble invitations to all of you to visit my place in Ladakh. We have a beautiful guest house, meditation centers. We can together do some meditation, yoga, chanting of some mantras, visiting some high mountains, old temples. You are all cordially invited. I think this year some 2 groups are coming from Malaysia, Singapore. If you can join some of them or make another group from BDMS, would be wonderful. So may the blessings of Triple Gem be with you. May you all be blessed with good health, long life, peace of mind, and all the favorable conditions to progress and prosper further on the path of Dhamma, finally leading towards the full enlightenment, Nibbana. Thank you so much.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bhante Sanghasena.
So with that, we'll do the closing chant for today. Please turn to page 48 of your puja book. Mano pun bang kemadama Mano seta mano maya Manasa che patutena Vasativa karotiva Tato nang dukhamang veti Chakam va vato padam Mano pun bang kemadama Mano seta mano maya Manasa che pasanena Vasativa karotiva Tadonang sukhamang vedi Chayava anapayini Tatonang sukhamang vedi Chayava anapayini Tatonang sukhamang vedi Chayava anapayini Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To end the session, we'll bow 3 times to the Buddha.